Welcome back to...
Please. But I'd say stay inside the bulwark if I were you.
Yeah, the bulwark, everyone's talking about that. Anyway, welcome back to Sneakers in Solstheim.
If you intend to wander Solstheim, you do so at your own risk.
Yeah, Sneakers will take that chance. Also, he's a bit curious about this bulwark that everyone's been talking about. You know, beyond the bulwark, blah blah blah, bulwark jail. Let's pop inside and see what this bulwark is. Is it a huge big walling off Raven Rock or something, maybe?
Glover Mallory is a wonder with a hammer and anvil. He mended my armor like an old pro. If you're looking for the East Empire Company, they've been gone for over 100 years. Try Windhelm.
Oh. This area wasn't very big. It's more like, yeah, there was an evidence chest and stuff for jailed people, so perhaps this wall is the bulwark then, and...
I'll give you misery. Try getting a sign to scrape neck scum off the front of the bulwark.
So this is the bulwark then, presumably, and what's beyond the bulwark is sort of the wilderness over here then. Is Nick correct in surmising that? Could be. We could go to Colbjorn Barrow. But that's not really on the way to where we want to go, which is up there. Let's try the other, because Snickers is planning on going to find that temple, but he's gonna take his time to get there and look at stuff on the way. That's the local tomb.
What are you gawking at, Outlander?
Well, Morvain Manor. Morvain, was there also
You lost?
Is this like where they... Are you like the counselor? Or like the
Anything you can
big
contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated. And rewarded appropriately, of course. On behalf of House Redorin and as Counselor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome.
Right, so you are the House Redorin counselor for this area. Wonderful. You know, Galdis said that he wants to try his new drink.
Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So... Well, Snickers has heard of House Redorin before, but do you rule all of Solstheim then?
Do I? I'm not even sure. I can
I
picture
hate
a
the
temple
stupid
here on
system
Solstheim.
of picking things in
Must have been a bad
dialogue
dream.
because it never fucking works. Do you rule all of Solstheim?
Solstheim is theoretically under my rule. But without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself.
Right.
Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway.
Okay. So Ravenrock is the only settlement on the island?
Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl village.
Oh, yes.
They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way.
Yes, Nix has heard of the Skull
Then there's
village.
Tel
or the
Mithrin
Skull.
to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a stranger.
Oh,
But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along.
Tel Mithrin.
Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reeklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this.
Presumably, yes. So yes, Nick has heard of the Skull, and there was this guard who said to stay away from Tel Mithrin, so... You seem to have a slightly different perspective on those Telvanni, at least. So, what happened at the mine, anyway?
It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago.
Right.
Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer.
Well, give Snickers a quick update on what House Redorin is, would you please?
You've never heard of House Redorin?
Yes, yes,
We're the
yes.
mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the council, the ruling body of Morrowind.
You're the mightiest now, are you? And yes, Snickers knows the Dark Elves don't have any Jarls.
This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Indoril, Sadras, and Redoran.
Right, but 200 years ago, Redoran was definitely not the most powerful house. They were sort of backsliding, but I suppose with the decline of the Empire, I mean, the House Hlalu, which was very close to the Empire, has probably dropped in importance. And you did say Redoran, House Redoran leads the council.
Well, of course. With 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized.
Okay.
Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory.
Does sound a bit complicated, yeah.
Yes. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library.
Why, thank you, Sneakers might just do that.
My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
Right, so here we have the history of Raven Rock. I'm not going to read all this stuff aloud, but if you want to read it, I suppose you can just pause the video at the appropriate places. And this is the sort of thing that I'm going to absolutely freaking sit down and just enjoy the heck out of on my own. But steal? Didn't they just say I could have this stuff? Alright, well...
Anything you can contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated. And rewarded appropriately, of course.
Well, if you have any work for
Don't let the state of Raven Rock fool you. Our desire for Raven Rock's return to its former glory is as strong as the bulwark itself.
Right. So where's this library where we could just take the books? Through these chambers, perhaps? Okay, so these, yeah. Nope, still stealing. Sword. Deathbrand. Oh, Pirate's Tale. Oh. And there's apparently some pirate who has some treasure somewhere and Snickers didn't even only browsed that thing and still like, got the idea. There's something. Oh well. Anyway, I think so far this work here is done. Oh. Brilliant. I think they've... It really seems like they've returned just about all the music from Morrowind to here. That's just... I can hardly just pronounce my absolute joy at that, because I love the Morrowind music and it really fits here. Oh yeah. Oh, the ancient Nordic pickaxes, of course. Inside the mines. That makes perfect sense. But the mines aren't really on the way north. Though on the other hand... I think it's a good idea to look into it. If we can pick up one of those pickaxes, we might be able to... Well, maybe if we find some Stalrim, we could mine some. Okay. Okay, let's... Yes! Alright, there are certainly living things around here.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me.
Oh, that's
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains.
He's down here. I can feel it.
Really?
I was always taught to avoid these
Centuries
types of
ago.
ruins.
There may be nothing
I think I
left
see
to
why now.
find.
Just let me go, woman.
Gracious, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
My apologies for Cretius's ravings.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy with what exactly?
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Well... I guess
Sure.
can talk to
My
your wife
apologies for
instead.
Cretius's ravings.
I get it.
Because you are his wife, yes? What are you arguing with Cretius about anyway?
That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine.
Why is he exploring the mine?
He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mines. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them.
And what did these letters say then?
Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about.
You know, Gildy said they would like you to try his new drink.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, who was this Cretius's great-grandfather anyway?
That foolish old man thinks he's convinced. We came across some old Cretius's great... There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about.
Cretius's grandfather?
Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep?
That does sound ironic. So what happened to him?
There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to... Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know.
You don't agree with Cretius then?
My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit... confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave.
Well... Snickers is more interested in what he can do to help than with, you know, learning about how you met him. But...
To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard.
So why doesn't he move somewhere else to find work?
Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out.
So you met him inside his own home where he was shut up? That makes no sense.
It was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body.
Ah, well that makes
I
sense.
stayed
then.
for a while and cared for him, then... I suppose we fell in love.
That's quite touching, actually. So you're a priest, actually, at the temple?
Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
Oh! Why not?
In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely.
Right.
Be careful out there.
Snickers will try.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Well, perhaps Snickers could help.
Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
Well, What sort of secret?
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine.
That sounds dangerous.
Gratian Kyrelius. He
Grandfather?
spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better.
And what's your proof? Your wife already told me about this stuff.
My wife and
Love
I
it
were
anyway.
cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else.
And the key is to the locked section, hmm?
It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
Oh, right. Well, that's hardly proof of anything.
Now you're starting to sound like everyone else. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone.
So why are you telling Snickers all this?
Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for.
So you would like Snickers to look into it, hmm?
I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian.
Any idea where
Gratian
to
kept
start?
a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Certainly. It's definitely a lot better than having you going in there on your own and an old man, and maybe, you know, if for no other reason than to help out this woman, and Snickers will look into it for you. Oh, by the way, Gildy said they would like you to try this new drink.
He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit.
Brilliant. Oh, by the way, there's someone called Glover who wants his ancient Nordic pickaxe back.
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place.
Probably did. Alright. Let's make us think about this then, shall we?
Good. Now let me get back to what I was doing. Be careful down there. The mine can be treacherous.
Oh, that's more like it. Seemed like it was, But, yeah, this, map is bugging out a bit. That's more like it. Creational pickaxe and Gratian something's journal. Well, let's down this a ways then, right? Serana, you with Snickers? Alright. That's a normal pickaxe, so that's a leather helm, don't need any of that. Was something alive down there? Oh, listen to that noise. That's just a skewer, isn't it?
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
It was just a skewer. And a dead body. With gold on it. Not much though. But Snickers just can't help himself. He sees gold, he's gonna grab it. Certainly when it doesn't belong to anyone who's alive and gonna report his theft. Oh, there was something of a dead end, wasn't it? Ah, that is a spider.
Who's there?
Where did it go? Where on earth?
Who's there?
Alright.
You know you're here somewhere. Who's there?
Was where? What's... There's no one here except from Snickers himself.
Who's there?
Oh, come on. That's just moves that are not. Oh. Snickers was going to try and practice his conjuration a bit. And then maybe... Yeah, I suppose. Kind of weigh ourselves down with some frostbite venom. Oh! No more living things around here, apparently. Right, we can actually break through this thing. That's probably what's blocked off, isn't it? Well, I suppose we've got the time to look into this. Oh. Oh yeah, that's probably the key. Yep. That we got from... what's his name? We've already got a Frost Archer knock, there's not much point summoning another one. Except it just disappeared, didn't it? So we can... Do we have any spells to make things look a bit brighter? Like... we've got Night Eye, haven't we, as a fairly frenzy, even vision of 10th eye. Night Eye. Because it's kind of dark.
You knew it.
Oh, that's a Death Lord. That's not... it's gonna be tougher than those spiders, obviously. Right, seeing we needed a quick retreat right there. Serana's in a huge big fight. Uh-oh. what would be tempting would be to try and set off that trap, but that's certainly going to hit the Death Lord, but it might hit us worse. Anyway, yeah, seemed this is a success so far. And then of course Serrano would have to walk straight into that trap. That was predictable. Oh well. I'm just gonna heal up, and you're gonna keep getting smacked over and over because you're just so. Serrano, come back here! Come back here, Serrano, you silly vampire, you!
Do you need something?
Do we have any heal on Touchy? I think we do, but that doesn't really work on her, does it? Because it's no, she resists it because she's a vampire. She needs other kinds of healing, I suppose. Oh well. Okay, let's equip the sword again. Oh, by the way, anything good on these Death Lords? Some gold. I'm not going to pick up that junk. There were others. Yeah, there's an ash pile. Oh, that's just it. Another of those spider things. Oh yeah, and you re-raised that. No, didn't you? Oh, okay. That's probably useful. That's valuable, so pick it up, obviously. Oh, about shouts and pearls and stuff. We've got Night Eye. Also, with what I wanted, because here is actually. Yeah, because somebody right over there, isn't it? Oh, Serrano, don't! Stay away from that touchpad. Okay, it seems to actually... we're able to stay away from it this time. Okay, where are those? Come on.
I knew I heard something.
The trap. We heard something, but where is it coming from? Ah, that would be. Where? Let's try a sneak attack. And unlucky. Dagger. Well, as you can see, Expert is just right difficulty for being able to deal with a single Dark Deathlord one-on-one using our not favourite skills here. Ooh, arrows, that's always nice. Well, I suppose that's fairly valuable. Esperag is long gone. And yeah, I'm working on my one-handed skills, basically. I also think this has been a fairly long video now, so... what was that? Oh, that was just the frost up knock. Yeah, I think it's time to end this video, and I'll continue soon. Until the next video, live and let live.